What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? We back again. Brooklyn's favorite producer, MDZ De Niro. Back again for another week of Empire. What's this? Week number 7? Week number 7. About to get it in. Talk about what's going on. But first, I want to give a shout out to director Richard Branch. Put me in his movie. Good looking. If y'all want to see the trailer's on YouTube. Look up The Ninth Pawn. The ninth, as in 9, the ninth pawn. I know there's only 8 pawns in the chessboard, so the movie is kind of deep. It's not the ninth pawn. Check it out, the trailer. But in the meantime, should we talk about something else? Nah, we're not like everybody else. We're not going to drift off into other things. No warning shots. We get straight to the point with ours. This week, it was back to all the damn commercials. Come on, Empire. Too many commercials. So it was less of a storyline, less action because there was too many commercials. But I understand. You got to pay the bills. Advertising is a big part of, making money for the actors and actresses, so they'll come back for next season and they could pay them more money. So I understand all of that. So I understand that has to be done. But this week, remember I told y'all a few weeks ago that the ratings was dropping, but I didn't tell y'all why because I didn't want to spread any rumors. Well, now I'm kind of thinking I was right with what I heard. How could I say this without offending anybody? Well, look, I heard that the reason the ratings was dropping because they kept going too deep into the homosexuality part of everything. Like, they kept focusing on Jamal's homosexuality too much, and they start losing viewers. That's what I read, and that's what I heard. That they start losing viewers. And it's funny that after I read that, a week later, that's when they introduced Raven Simone's character. And that's when him and his boyfriend start arguing. And then this week, they broke up. So, who knows? Does the ratings control the storyline? Most likely it does. That's why, if y'all follow Empire on Facebook, or y'all follow it online, or y'all follow on YouTube. Well, if y'all follow Fox 5, and they have like a lot of polls and what you think about this or what you think about that. The polls is not just to put out there just so it's out there. Those polls, it's people that they hire people to read stuff like that, to give feedback on what's going on. People listen to what's going on, and if everything is not filmed yet, I'm not sure if they film the whole season and then put it out. But I think they're filming as they go along. And since they're filming as they go along, they could change things. So I think that's what's going on. I think that they're filling out what people want to see. And they bringing the public what they think the public wants to see. And that's what I heard. People don't get mad at me for explaining what I heard. That's what I heard. And also, this week, what's that? The model, I forgot her name. I think it's Iman. She's dating Hakeem. She wants to go public with the relationship. I feel any woman that wants to go public with a relationship has ulterior motives. I've been in a lot of situations like that where, I was the popping guy in the hood. I was the young guy that had driving BMWs at 19, 20, owned my own car, worked, I had a job, did my little thing, whatever. We don't have to get into all of that. Well, when you pop in the hood, I had owned 4 BMWs in my life, 3 Benzes. I always wore a lot of jewelry. Always, back in the days, had the polo. Then you see me now, in my Givenchy and all of that. So there was a lot of women that just dated me for what I stood for, not for who I am, but what the public perceived me as. They didn't date me because I was an honor student. A lot of people didn't know that. People just thought I was a thug. They didn't understand. They didn't date me because I was intelligent, because I was an honor student, because I got an associate's degree in college by the time I was 18. That I started my own businesses at a young age, you know. They didn't date me because of that. They just dated me. A lot of women are so vain, so materialistic. They just dated me because of my possessions, because they wanted to be in that spotlight. They wanted to be riding shotgun in the BMW. They wanted to be like, oh, that's my man. The dude that everybody's talking about, that's my man. And that's what I think Iman is doing with Hakeem. She just wants, that's why she keeps bringing up Tiana, because she wants Tiana's spot. She see Tiana in the spotlight, and she be sitting at home like, I want that to be me. I want everybody to be focused on me. And they want that attention. They want that spotlight. And that's crazy. That's why with a relationship, when I start dating now, I don't like my relationships to be public. I don't like everybody in my business. I feel when you first start dating, y'all supposed to build a bond. Y'all supposed to build a friendship. And you can't build a friendship and a bond if everybody's in your business, because you have a lot of haters in the world. And there's going to be a lot of people spreading rumors. It's going to do more harm to your relationship than good. So that's why I believe if I start dating somebody, it's good to keep your relationship secret in the beginning until y'all build a close enough bond where your relationship could withstand all of the public rumors and all of that. So that's another thing. And then also this week, Lucious collapsed in front of Cookie. And he couldn't hide his sickness anymore. He's getting worse. And when he went to the doctor, they found out that the experimental drug he was taking is killing his body faster than the ALS. And that this guy was a crook. The doctor was a crook, selling him fake drugs, whatever. And it was tearing up his liver. And Lucious' body was messed up so bad that he had to make a speech during the opening of the opening of his show for his company going public as a corporation. They had a little performance get together, and he wanted to do a speech, but he lost his voice. So his son Andre and his fiance Anika was arguing over who should do the speech. Anika was like, I wrote it, so I should do it. But Lucious wanted Cookie to do it because he knows Cookie is passionate about things. So he knew she would sell it. He wanted somebody that, you know, could talk to the crowd from the heart. And that's what Cookie did. Cookie killed it. Cookie didn't go by what the teleprompt said. She spoke from the heart and won everybody over. And that's when Lucious did the most disrespectful thing in the world. While he's sitting there next to his girl, Anika, his fiancée Anika. He's watching Cookie speak, and Cookie tore it up. He's like, I love her. He didn't say it like, I love that girl. He was like, yo, I love Cookie. And Anika was like, and she didn't even say nothing, act like she didn't even hear it. But that's how you knew. Remember I told y'all they was gonna get together? They finally got together. But I'm jumping ahead of everything. Because this episode is kind of sad because they showed how a family takes it when a loved one is in a doomed position like that, with a disease that they can't fight, like cancer, ALS. Well, cancer now, they got a lot of medications. There's a lot of people beating cancer, but ALS can't beat it. And it showed like the effects. Like Andre just went crazy. Andre was like, people think Andre is heartless, but I think Andre loves his father the most. He broke down, like he was in the shower in the water, like shivering and everything, running in cold water. He was emotional over his pops. Shout out to Andre. But also, this was the episode where Lucious had to come out and tell everybody what he had. So he had a family gathering, and his girlfriend Anika went out of town for some business or something. So during the family gathering, he told everybody that, you know, he's dying. And that's when Andre flipped out. And the sons start flipping out. But he told the sons that their mother is taking it hard. So he told the sons to excuse them while he console their mother. And that's when they was on and popping. Finally, Lucious and Cookie hooked back up. But to me, the sex scene was whack as hell. I understand it's on Fox, but I feel they could have blocked some things out. They could have made it more seductive. But there's a lot of dry humping with clothes on. I was looking for that baby boy action. I thought, you remember Taraji and Baby Boy? When what's name was tearing it up? And she was like, oh, daddy. I thought it was going to get like that. But, I can't help it. I'm a perv. Like most of those guys. We were sitting there by the screen glued like, uh-oh, Taraji about to get it in. But it was a dud. The sex scene was whack. But during the sex scene, Anika supposed to been out of town. And she crept through the door, peeked in the room, and caught them having sex. Caught Lucious and Cookie having sex. And this why I think Anika has ulterior motives and don't really love Lucious. Because any woman that catches their man having sex and they don't react out of emotion, they could just hold it in so good. Like, see them having sex and then like, okay, and ease back out without them hearing. They have ulterior motives. She just wants him for the money. Because a real woman that loves him would have flipped out. I remember I had girls, I ain't going to say y'all name, I ain't going to expose y'all like that. But, I'm a producer, and I had a singer with me, and I told my girl, well, I can't hang out right now because I got an artist that somebody brought to me that they said she could sing. So I'm about to bring him to the studio. I had a studio in the house. She flipping out, oh, I'm coming. People don't feel comfortable singing in front of everybody. So I'm not going to have a whole entourage when I just meet somebody and they're supposed to sing for me. So I was like, no, it's no need to come. Like, she's going to sing for me. It's nothing. I hung up the phone. Chick was stalking the crib. I heard somebody. I didn't hear nobody knocking on the door because, I had the music up. But when we finally went to leave the studio, the chick's busted. She had sisters with her friends. They all busted in the house like the SWAT team. I was like, caught me off guard. I thought it was a raid. I thought the feds. Well, I wasn't doing nothing for the feds to come through, but I thought the boys was coming, rushing in my crib. I'm unexpected. We just leaving the house, open the door, I'm talking. And as soon as that door cracked a little bit, boom! They hit the door and rushed in the crib. I was like, huh? But anyway, that's what a woman would do when she love you. And Anika did not do that. I don't think she loved Lucious. Well, anyway, this was a short week. So that's what happened. Thanks for sharing. Yo, thanks a lot for sharing. I be checking my Google and I be seeing a lot of people sharing my videos, a lot of people liking my videos. I appreciate that a lot. Thanks for the support. Yo, and don't forget to check out a movie that I'm in called The Ninth Pawn. The Ninth Pawn. They got a trailer on YouTube, a little two minute trailer. Check it out if you want. The Ninth Pawn. And I'm gonna get at you next week. Next week for episode 8. Thanks again. I'm DZ De Niro, and I'm out.